So if you're moving to the Atlanta area and you've been looking at the neighborhoods in the Southwest Atlanta area, because the price points are a little bit better for being so close to the city, you may be wondering what it's like. I'm going to talk about the neighborhood of Westview today. It's actually pretty walkable, and with the median sales price of $412,000, that sounds pretty good. So stick around. We're going to talk all about living in Westview right now. Hey there, my name is Molly and welcome to my channel. If you are new or returning and you want to know everything there is to know about living in the Atlanta area, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow along. Okay, we're talking about Westview today. Let me put up a map so you can see where this is at. It is one of the Southwest Atlanta neighborhoods. There's a bunch of neighborhoods in this area, and it's been an area that's been transitioning over the past 5 to 7 years. This particular neighborhood borders a lot of different neighborhoods. It borders I-20, the West End, Oakland City, Cascade Road, Westwood Terrace, and the Westview Cemetery. Now you may be thinking, oh my God, I don't want to live next to a cemetery. Well, I will say it's kind of secluded out there by itself. And did you know, here's some fun facts for you. This Westview Cemetery is the largest cemetery in the Southeast. It's 577 acres. It has one of the oldest structures in Atlanta here in that cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery, to be honest, and someone that's buried there that's famous is Asa Candler. If you don't know who that is, Asa Candler is the founder of Coca-Cola. So there's your little history lesson for today. One thing that is so great about this neighborhood is that it's relatively affordable. The median sales price is $412,000. Now, getting around to all of the other parts of Atlanta, it's pretty easy too, because you have that quick I-20 access. So you can get over to the airport in 17 minutes, downtown in 5 minutes, midtown 10 to 15 minutes. And if you want to get over to Buckhead, I'd say probably 23 to 25 minutes, but definitely add on more time if you're driving through a busy time of the day. Now, I think Westview is one of the Southwest neighborhoods that is one of the more popular neighborhoods to live in, primarily because you get some walkability in this neighborhood. There's a couple of reasons why. I'm going to go head up to one of them, and that is there's like a little cluster of some places to grab a bite to eat. So let me head to that next. Let me show you that, and then we'll go from there. So there you go. This is the Westview downtown area, if you will, with a few little restaurants. Not a ton, but something. I met the owner of the coffee shop. She was lovely. That Slutty Vegan gets super popular on the weekends and in the afternoon. It's morning right now, so there's no line. But later on, trust me, that place will be busy. It is a vegan hamburger joint. And if you kept going that way, you're going to hit that Westview Cemetery. This is Ralph D. Abernathy Road that all of these shops are along. And if you kept going along this road, I will say it gets a little gritty, not the sightliest, but if you head the other way, which is where I'm going next, that is the next thing that makes this neighborhood walkable, and that is the Atlanta Beltline. Yep, Westview is a Beltline neighborhood, so let me walk there next. All right, you guys, I am definitely getting my exercise and definitely getting hot. So I'm on the Atlanta Beltline. This is the West Side Trail. If you want to know more about the Atlanta Beltline, specifically the South Side and the West Side trails, or even the East Side, I do have vlog tours on those, so go check those out. But yeah, isn't that a cool little tunnel? Now, if I kept heading this way, that would be, let's see, north. and you're gonna hit like Mosley Park, then eventually like Huntley Hills, Vine City. I will say there's not a lot going on in those areas. They are definitely transitional, not a lot of commercial stuff going on, but I'm heading south here towards where there's a little bit of a commercial district here, and it's kind of the edge of a Westview and West End. There's a Kroger here, and speaking of grocery stores, that is one thing, you know, stores in general here in the southwest area of Atlanta, they are lacking. You know, to get to the closest Target, you'd have to go up to Atlantic Station. That's probably, gosh, I don't even know how many miles. It's a drive. And then, you know, a Walmart, you would have to go over to I-285 in the Cascade area. There used to be a Walmart in Vine City. Someone set it on fire, tried to steal some things. It was shut down, but I just heard that they're going to reopen it up, which will be great because, yeah, this southwest area, they need some retail around here. It's kind of a food desert as well, except for this Kroger that is here in the West End. If you're more of a Publix fan, the closest Publix, there's a brand new one that opened up in Summerhill. So that would be your other closest grocery store. But there's also that Westview corner grocery store too. If you want to get something quick, that's right there in the neighborhood. But I would say that's one thing that's lacking in general here in the southwest Atlanta neighborhoods is some good retail without having to drive miles and miles and miles. Okay, so I'm going to start showing you some home examples here in a second. Now, hey, if you are thinking about buying a home here and you need help with that future home purchase, make sure you reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I know navigating this real estate market can be tricky and knowing where to live, so that's why you reach out to me. We can have a conversation and I can find you a place that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So can't wait to hear from you, and don't be shy, I don't bite. Okay, so before we get into our home examples, a reminder that the median sales price in Westview right now is $412,000. So that's relatively really good. That's about the metro average sales price for a home here in the metro Atlanta area. And here you're going to find a lot of bungalows. A lot of them have been updated. You know, like look at this one right behind me. It's been kind of a painted brick bungalow, and then there's the cute painted Tudor style bungalow here on the other side. But that's what you're going to find primarily in this neighborhood is a lot of bungalows. If you're wanting kind of a huge house, you're probably not going to find that here. There are a few craftsman, newer construction homes in this neighborhood, but I'd say far and few between. But I'd say for the most part, you're going to get kind of a smaller bungalow. Now, I would say a more updated, larger bungalow is going to be in that 600K range. Now, there was one sale here that hit like 960,000. I mean, that bungalow, that looked like it went in a home magazine. I mean, the decor in there was amazing. So that's kind of the extreme example, but more than likely you're going to find something, you know, if it's in decent shape, you're going to be paying probably in that 500K and up mark. Something a little smaller, maybe 1,200 square feet, you could still get under that 500K range. And if it needs work, obviously it's going to be a little bit cheaper. And that is one thing here in this neighborhood and a lot of the southwest Atlanta areas. There are a lot of homes that still need some work. Yeah, like right behind me, that's an example of a larger craftsman style home that I was telling you about. But yeah, so if you are looking for kind of a fixer-upper, you certainly can still find those here in this neighborhood. It's a transitioning neighborhood. It's come a long, long way. Now just remember, a lot of these homes are 1920, 1930 bungalows, so they may be a little quirky with the layout, but if they've been updated and they've got kind of the best layout possible, then of course the price will go up. But let me go ahead to my first home example, which would be kind of that middle ground price point. All right, coming up to my first home example here. This one sold for $585,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,600 square feet. So this is a really decent, good sized home. One second here, there's a lot of mud. It just recently rained, but it is this cute brick Tudor style home behind me here. Now it has hardwoods throughout the home. There is a wainscoting in the living room, the dining room. It is a galley kitchen. It has a bonus room in the attic space, so you can use that for whatever. But there you go. There is an example of what you can get here for $585,000. Now I would say that in this neighborhood, you'd certainly get a mixed bag of homes. Now some streets are like all the homes, you can see that they've been renovated, they're being taken care of. And then there's other streets where it's kind of hit or miss, like there's some nice homes mixed in with some ones that are a little older, a little more run down. But that's just the nature of a transitioning neighborhood. Now I will say that, a lot of people that move here, one thing that's attractive is for first-time home buyers or young professionals looking to buy the first home, but their budget's more in that $400 to $500K range. This is a great spot because it also offers some of that walkability that everyone's wanting to have here in the Atlanta area. I'd say there's some families that live here too. Now, I will say though, the schools that are zoned to this neighborhood are not the best. So let me read off the schools. According to how they're ranked online, they're not ranked very well, but always do your research. But I gotta read these because I will murder the names if I don't. So the elementary school is Tuskegee Airmen Global Academy, Herman J. Russell West End Academy, and then the high school is Booker T. Washington High School. Now there was a Kip Strive charter school, so that's something you could also look into that's right there off of Ralph D. Abernathy, or is it Lucille Road? Anyway, let me keep going, head to my next home example. Okay, so now I want to give you an example of a home that's in the higher price range. This one sold for $700,000. It was a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, just under 3,000 square feet, and it has like an in-law suite, but it is a beautiful historic craftsman that's been restored. I mean, the porch is just lovely. It has a large primary suite, refinished hardwood floors throughout, a beautiful kitchen with granite countertops, updated light fixtures. It has an upstairs loft, so beautiful home here, and it's got great walkability. Okay, so now I want to give you an idea of a home that's been renovated and on the lower price point. And that home is right behind me here. Such a cute little home. Now this is sold for $379,000. It is a 3-2, just under 1,300 square feet. It's completely renovated. It has a quartz island waterfall, but I will say the kitchen is pretty tight and all the secondary bedrooms seem a little small. The laundry room, for example, is in the bathroom, so that kind of gives you an idea of the space, and it's a little bit more tight, but really cute home, great curb appeal. There's a lot of great homes here with great curb appeal. So speaking of homes, let me do a little cruise through a couple different streets here in the neighborhood so you can kind of get an idea of what you'll find in this neighborhood. So sit back, enjoy, and here we go. So it slipped my mind earlier, but when I was walking on the Beltline, if I would have kept going past the Kroger, eventually I would have hit the Lee and White district, which that's kind of like the main thing you can get right off of the Beltline with some breweries. There's going to be a food hall there. I talked about it in my Capitol View neighborhood vlog tour, and I pointed out in my Beltline vlog tour so you can see more information about it there, but that would be a cool spot to walk or bike to. But okay, if you're craving green space, now there is a small, tiny little park in the Westview neighborhood. It's called Enoda Park. It's just got a little bit of playground equipment. But if you want a little bit more, you can come over into the Cascade neighborhood just a little bit, and you can see behind me there is some playground equipment. I don't know what it is, but the other playground also had one of these dinosaur things. But you can get some playground equipment here over at the John A. White Park. There is a pool right here. And there's also a beautiful golf course. It's a 9-hole public golf course. There's a driving range. So yeah, if you're wanting a little bit more green space, you can certainly get that just next door over in the Cascade neighborhood. All right, you guys, well, that finishes up my Westview neighborhood tour for you. I hope this was helpful, but as always, if you're thinking about making a move tomorrow or next year and you have further questions or need help with that future home search, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I am here to help you out. And hey, if there's a neighborhood you want me to do a vlog tour on, put it down in that comments box below. I love hearing from you guys. If you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. I've been running into a couple of you, so that's been kind of fun. But until next time, you guys, I'll see you around the neighborhood.